All right. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Oh, it's been a while since I made one of these, hasn't it? Hello, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You don't know what to do when I grab you like this, do you? You don't know what to do. He was attacking. I just tried to record one of these, and he was attacking me constantly. If I start making funny noises, because he's like jumped onto my leg with his claws. Yeah, I haven't made one of these for a while. My YouTube channel's been pretty dead. I got to apologize. I took down the videos explaining about what was happening, but ah, no, 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 ow, no, down, down. You're hurting me now. Go in there. Yeah, no. So yeah, if you watch the videos, you'll know that like I recently, went through a breakup. Very sudden, very shocking. And since then, it's just kind of spiraled out of control and just. I've talked about it a lot on my Twitch channel, so I'm not going to go over it here. And my Twitch channel is where I kind of just vent because that's what I need to do at the moment. I need to talk. So yeah, it's been rough. It's been a real rough 2 months now. Yeah, just over 2 months. I can't believe it's been 2 months. It's mad. I think I look like I'm in a better position, and sometimes I feel like it. Obviously, when I made the first video, it's not here anymore. I took it down, but obviously when I made the first video, I was kind of inconsolably sad and just absolutely struck by grief. And to be honest with you, I'm still not in a great place. I'm still in a pretty bad place at the moment. I personally feel like. Not as maybe not as bad. It's hard to tell sometimes. It's like one day I'm like, you know what, I'm actually okay today, and then another day it's like sort of just these bursts of tears and kind of uncontrollable sort of panic and worries about the future and and like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? She's not here, and it ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows, and yeah, it's not been a great 2 months. I mean, I'm glad I got this little guy, even though he is annoying the shit out of me at the moment and likes to fight me. Um, and has ruined my legs forever. Scram the shit out of them. Yeah, I've talked about this extensively. Like I said, talked about my situation extensively on stream because, that's what I do for a living. Is me, I am me for a living, and so it would be strange if I didn't. To be honest with you, it's kind of hard to separate my life from this job in a way. Um, I didn't always do it in the best way. I'll admit that, but yeah, since that first video I made, things have kind of just spiraled in terms of how mine the communication between me and Jazz has been, and it's just kind of you know it's gotten to a point where where I was like, right, well, I got to walk away from this because things are getting really messy and weird. So yeah, and that's hard. That's really hard. I think the hardest part of this whole thing has been learning how to let go. And I'm not really there yet. I still haven't really. Um, you know, I'm. I know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting there, and then other times it's like it just happened. And I'm gonna try not to get like tear. I might get a little choked up. It happens a lot. It happens at the weirdest times as well. I'll be sitting here and then a thought will pop in my head and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to do that again, and that'll sort of send me kind of spiraling down this route, and it's tough. It's tough. I went to see The Matrix Resurrections yesterday for the first time. I kind of decided like last minute I was going to go see it about 9:15 in the evening. So I drove down to the cinema to see it, and I've never actually gone to the cinema on my own before. It's never been something I wanted to do. I like having someone with me to like chat with about stuff, or talk about the film afterwards. But I figured it's one of those things I'm gonna kind of have to maybe get used to, and so I went to see it, and I forgot that there's this running theme of kind of love everlasting, this kind of unbound love in a way, between Trinity and Neo that goes on throughout the whole Matrix. And I forgot quite how a bigger part, and they definitely made it a big part of Resurrections. And I wasn't prepared for that, like mentally. I was not prepared to be feeling that. So I think that, because I definitely like put me and Jazz in that kind of Neo Trinity space, and it was like, oh yeah, that's how I saw us. and it got me. Like I was there was about 4 or 5 people in the cinema, and I was proper like, tears coming down my face. Like I mean, like, I think at this point I've gone past the point of being embarrassed crying in front of people, because there's not many people I haven't. I burst into tears in the middle of a shop the other day when I was looking at cheese, because it reminded me of us getting cheese together. It's the weirdest shit. Like, and then someone asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And well, I said I'm fine. I said, not really, but I'm getting on with it. And it's weird. Yeah, so I was in the cinema watching that, and then it was it was hard. It was not what I was expecting. It was the theme of the film, this kind of boundless love without limits and without, I don't know, without something, and that combined with this profound loneliness I suddenly felt in this cinema of 4 people. In an aisle on my own, there's no one above, no one below me, and I was just kind of sitting there, and I tended to, I don't know, I think I subconsciously kind of looked over to the seat next to me. Banjo, enough! You are really getting on my nerves here, Banjo. Stop climbing my leg and stop pulling on my... You'd like ruined this thing. Ow! 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 No. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna get the spray ball in a minute. All right, that's it. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. We'll see if he comes back again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it was that combined with this kind of like profound sense of like, oh god, there's no one here, and I looked over the seat kind of instinctively, and I was like, oh yeah. It's weird, like adjusting yourself to get used to doing things on your own that you always used to do with someone else is really it's really weird. It takes a lot of getting used to. It takes a lot of getting used to. Anyway, so there was that, but and there are moments when I'm fine. There are moments when I'm like, I feel like I'm like, okay, I can do this, and then there are moments when I'm just completely absorbed in kind of like grief and just questions of like why and how and and then a little bit of self guilt, which is I'm kind of stopping more now, for a variety of reasons, but there's some there, you're always going to have that what if, but I'm not blaming myself so much these days, which is nice. I don't people keep, the thing that most people say is that time heals all wounds, and I'm being honest with you, I'm fucking sick of hearing that now. I get it, time heals all wounds, but like, it's taking its. I get it. I get it. I understand that. It doesn't mean much to me right now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if time heals wounds or time just allows you to forget shit, basically. So, I'm in a place right now where I don't see. It's weird. Like I can't really see the future. I used to kind of be able to, and now I don't really know, like, what that is. I just kind of see this haze. Like it was never a clear future. It was with her. It was there was a future there, and there were questions, and I was like, can I see that kind of? But there was something there, and now it's just this kind of haze. When I look ahead, and I'm like, I don't see anything anymore. I don't know. I don't picture. I don't really. I was never much of a future picturing guy, but like I can't. I would still imagine things. Like there would be things I'd be like, oh, I want to do that thing. Like I think something I always pictured was sitting outside in the summer on on an outside on a garden sofa with like a fire going, and we did that, and like that was one of those things that I pictured for years wanting to do, and it was like really nice. And I can't even get stuff like that now. I'm just very oh, sorry. That image of that just kind of oh gosh, yeah, sorry, the image of that kind of got me then. It's one of those things I actually really enjoyed doing. Oh. Yeah, fuck's sake. So I didn't want this to be like a whole like what was me thing. Just kind of wanted to give you an update, but yeah, I picture stuff like that, and now I just kind of I don't picture anything anymore. I can't. And if I do, it's scary. It's like me, like alone, and that scares me. That's why yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to imagine the future now in a good way. And maybe that's okay for now. And people keep telling me that's okay for now. Like just take things one day at a time. Sorry, it's like no, I'm gonna leave this on. Fuck it, it's kind of cold. Take things like a day at a time, and I'm trying that. But those questions of like, well, what now, and and the questions of like how. Like where do I go and like who do I and yeah they I can't help them being there, but I know I'm not ready for anything right now. I don't know when I will be. There's feelings for her despite everything that's happened. They're still very much there, and I know they're not returned, but that doesn't stop them being there for me, unfortunately, which sucks. I wish it did. I wish someone telling you like they don't have feelings for you anymore would make you be like, oh, okay, well now I don't have feelings for you either. Wouldn't that be great if you could just kind of mutually turn them off together or something like that? Yeah. It's hard. It's very hard, and it's part of that letting go thing. It's part of that whole moving on and letting go, and everyone, it's people can tell you to move on and shit like that. Although I'll tell you, people who just come up to you and tell you to just move on are arseholes. They are just emotionless arseholes. Move on. You're like, okay, hang on. All right. Let me just erase 8 years of memories and shared experience. And okay, yeah, moving on. it's a slow process, and it's one that I am currently going through now. And I don't know where the cat's gone. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I people tell me that I seem better than I was, and sometimes I wonder like if I am, because I don't. To be honest, with you, like on the inside, I don't super feel like I am, or if I'm just like getting better at just kind of pretending to be. um, I still feel like kind of sicky most of the time. Not all of like there are moments where I don't feel that kind of just anxious sickness, and I guess that's good. I guess that means that something is changing in a way because I guess it's not there constantly, but it's there. It's there enough that and yeah, I think I don't know. People tell me I'm doing better, but it's hard to believe. I don't know. Like this it's scary, and it's I know I can't really think of this right now, but I can't help but my mind goes to stuff like how am I gonna meet someone? I'm gonna have to like when I met her, I wasn't seeking out someone. It just happened, and I liked that. And I feel like if I'm deliberately going out there and trying to force something to happen, then it's gonna feel. I don't know. Like it just feel like I'm forcing it. Like I don't know. I'm. It's like something that sits in my head. That I've got this really annoying nail here. It's like poking out. It's something that sits in my head. It's and I know that like. It's like one of those things. Just like, dude, don't think about that right now. But you can't help but think about that. I I'm pretty. I'm pretty lonely at the moment. I was always someone. Ow. I was always someone. This fucking it doesn't matter. I was always someone who was okay on my own growing up, and even with Jazz, when we were together, I was always pretty okay on my own. But I think that was always because I knew in the background that she was there if I needed to talk to her and stuff, and so not having that person around to talk to is hard. It's really hard. I wish I could just be like, yeah, someone to talk to about this stuff. But it's for me, it can take me a while to really open up to someone, like to the degree that I did with her and stuff, and be honest about things. Um, with Jazz, it was easy. It was like instant, and that's what I'm looking for. I want that kind of like instant, like, oh yeah, okay, this feels right. You know, and and that scares me, like that kind of like, am I going to find that? I worry about that a lot, and I guess part of me kind of doesn't want to right now. Um, like I said, I'm still not over here. And I think until I am, I don't think I'm really gonna look at other people and see them as attractive. Like I don't think since it happened, I don't think I've looked at another woman and been like, yeah, okay. I like that. That part of me just feels like it's numb right now. It feels like it's just kind of gone. And I guess maybe when that kind of aspect of me comes back, then maybe I know then that I'm like, oh, okay. I think maybe I am ready now to find something new. But that has to come with the kind of letting go part. And yeah, uh, it's hard. I wish there was like a guide to letting go. I've looked up stuff on the internet, like how do you let go of someone? Like how do you move on? How do you move on from someone who when you love them and they don't love you anymore? How do you where do you go from there and stuff? and it's all the same shit, you know. Like, don't talk to them, don't contact them, and you know, I mean, it's funny. It's, you know, I'm talking to someone else about this, and it's almost like a drug. Like, I want my fix of jazz, you know, like I want my jazz fix, you know, because she has been that person that I talk to about like everything for so long. Like, you know, if something happens, I'm like, ooh, I want to tell Jazz
I'm
about
like,
this.
it's
Sorry. Sorry, there was a video on in the background, and my cat just immediately started playing it. Then, you know, it's she's been that person that, like, you know, I would always be like, oh, let me show that, let me tell him that, let me tell him that, let me tell him that, because and I don't really, like, I have friends, but I don't have anyone that I immediately think, oh, I want to tell them that when I see something, or I want to show them that, or I want to talk to them about that. And that's one of the things I think I'm finding the hardest is, sorry, yeah, it's the absence of that truly special someone that you feel like you can be open and share anything with. I think that's that drug, you know. That's that drug. It's like I'm addicted to that, and like I'm addicted to her in a way, you know. I'm addicted to that kind of that hit of like, oh, I gotta chat with her about this. Oh, I'm so used to that. I'm so used to that. I'm so addicted to that chatting that, like, not having it like it hurts. Kind of like it's like physically hurts in a way, like you know, like if you were going clean from like a drug or something, you know. And you have to wean yourself off of that, I guess, by just not going into that. Like, I had a moment earlier today where I was like really upset because I wanted to talk to her, but like, I know I can't. And, you know, I know that she doesn't want me to keep doing that for my sake and stuff like that. And, yeah, it's, you know, I keep wanting to go back there and talk all the time because you know, I really, really miss that. But, you know, I guess, you know, like a drug, you as you go, as time goes on and you don't keep doing it, that I mean, maybe that craving's always there in a way. And I think with her, it will always be in a way. Like, that's, you know, I've asked myself a lot, like, could I see us being like friends in the future? You know, because I said to her when we left, like, I'd like us to be friends in the future, but, you know, I wonder, like, if I could ever hit that drug in a way, hit that conversation without being pulled back into this kind of cycle of like, oh my God, I need to talk to her all the time. And yeah, it's, you know, it makes me wonder, like, is that something that's realistic for me in the future? Like, would I ever be able to just see that person as a friend? And I don't know. I don't know if that's something I can do or not. You know, it's a question. It's something I ask myself a lot. It's something I ask myself quite a lot. I feel a bit better making this video than I made the other videos. Like, the first video I made, I was just a mess and I was really upset, and I knew Jazz would watch that video. And I think it was only like a week or two after she left, I think I made that video. I can't remember. But, you know, I think in my head I knew that she'd probably see it, and so in a way I was kind of speaking to her through that, and it was, you know, and I was definitely trying to kind of guilt her a bit, and you know, and I you know, I don't, like I said, I think I made a video talking about taking that down as well, taking all that shit down. You know, I made a video talking about I regret making it, but I don't regret doing the video in a way, because I know I needed to get that out there, but I do regret the reasons for doing it, you know. But I don't, like, with this video, I know she's not going to watch this video. Like, she's much better than me at the whole, you know, no contact kind of dealio. I'm like a failing recovery addict. I am half the time. she's a lot stronger than me at this stuff. So, and it's, you know, it annoys me. I'll be honest. You know, it annoys me because you're sitting there. You're like, you know, you sit there and you think, are they going through this? And you know, you can't. You know, you're like, are they doing this? And are they thinking about this stuff? And you know, that's not healthy. You know, you can't. It doesn't matter what they're thinking anymore. Really, you know, it's about you. You know, it goes for your head and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I think I have my purpose for this video is not insidious like it was with the other ones. This is more of just kind of a, you know, where I'm at for you guys, and also this is also a, you know, hey, you know, I did record a video the other day. I don't know if it was great because a lot of it was me kind of like the one thing I was trying to do is I was not trying to make a video about an Isaac video where it was just me talking about how I'm feeling and stuff. But I think it's, like I said, it's impossible for me not to do that. Like, I don't know how to separate my emotions from work because they are a part of that. And so that's like, it would be crazy to think that I even could, maybe, you know, honestly. It's kind of part and parcel, you know, doing what you do, you know. If my career is based around me as a person, and this affects me as a person, and so I'm gonna have to talk about it. But I can choose how to talk about it, and I can choose to talk about it in a way that's perhaps respectful of other people, you know. You don't like the spray bottle, do you? You don't even know what it is. Yeah, I can choose to talk about it in a way that isn't pulling other people's personal lives into it, because I feel like I've been very much just talking about myself this video. Like, I know I mentioned her a couple times and stuff, but you know, only in the context of me, and that's kind of like, it's kind of what I want to do, you know. I wouldn't mind making some more of these videos, as maybe just as a, I'm not in like the absolute immediate pangs of grief and stuff. And when I made that first video, you know, I was so guilty. I felt so bad, like, about shit. And now I'm in a different place now. In terms of that, in terms of guilt, kind of. But yeah, you know, I've done the whole gambit in terms of emotions. I've done, you know, what's the stages of grief again? Let's have a look at them. Stages of grief. Yeah, Sony Bungie takes? Why am I looking at that? Stages. Oh, that's the cat just sat on the keyboard there. But if you didn't know, I do have a cat. I made a video about it, but my cat Banjo, he's great. He's been my kind of like, you know, grief pet. What are the 7 stages of grief? Shock, yeah, you know, I've been there. I still occasionally, the shock. It's funny because these don't come in any order. They just kind of come and go. You know, like disbelief, and shock. The shock kind of comes and goes. Like, there are moments where the shock isn't as profound now until I do something that I hadn't done before without her, and then that shock of like, oh God, it's just me now. And then that comes, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I have to get past that. You know, it's rough. That the disbelief and denial, they crop up. You know, there are moments where I will be like, where I think to myself like, and this comes with the letting go thing, where I'm like, will she come back one day? And I know, really know, she's made that very clear to me, but you know, I can't help but have those thoughts in my head and stuff. And you know, it's yeah, it's, you do the disbelief and denial thing. They come kind of hand in hand, and they pop up now and then. Like, I go through moments where I'm like, no, this is it. This is done. You are done. There is no going back. And then there are moments where I'm like, well, you know, I mean, maybe. And then, you know, and those moments with the maybe are the worst, honestly. Like that kind of denial and disbelief, I don't like that. That makes me feel really bad. They don't, you know, those are, you kind of think of the, I don't know. You kind of go into the, when you like go into like, no, this is done, like acceptance, like, no, this is it. Because one of them says acceptance and hope, and I'm definitely not at hope or anything like that. You know, you think, okay, no, this is done, this is gone, and then I think your brain to cope is like, and then you start to panic, and brain's like, no, but maybe, you know, and, you know, jumps around and stuff, and the bargaining. I did a lot of bargaining at the beginning. Jesus, boy, did I do a lot of bargaining. Jesus Christ. And then the guilt. The guilt is, you know, the guilt pangs up now and then, but it's not as strong anymore. A lot of the main things that I've been going through lately is like anger, and it's you know, it's come out, unfortunately, not in the best ways. I think it's an anger that is not entirely unwarranted myself, but I, at the same time, you know, I know that I could express that anger very differently, and unfortunately, the anger gets expressed quite publicly because of what I do, and that's just an unfortunate part of the job. You know, it's gonna come out on stream. It's gonna come out on social media. It's gonna come out in videos and stuff. That's just kind of. I've limited it on social media a lot, to be honest with you, just because I know like your family are on there and it's not super fair to them and shit. But you know, it comes out. It comes out. The depression is there. It's always there. It's like lurking in the background and shit. But yeah, you know, it's a process. It's a process. I think I went over this before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I am half the time. Just all over the place. Still occasionally. You know, I'm a recovering jazz addict at the moment, and I'm really. People tell you not to go cold turkey when you're recovering from stuff, and you know, it does feel like I've kind of weaned myself off over the last 2 months in a way, but yeah, you know, will I ever be able, you know? And then once you've recovered from that drug, like, you can't really enjoy it anymore because once you start on it, it starts all over again, and you know, that's what I wonder. That's what I wonder, honestly. I do wonder that. I wonder if I'll ever be able to look at her and not have that feeling come back. I don't know. You know, I genuinely don't know. That's a question for the future. So yeah, that's me. That's what I'm doing. Getting better at cleaning the house again, which is nice. Still not great at sleeping. The sleep's still a bit pretty messed up, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's all right. We'll have another catch up soon. I'll let you know what my thoughts are. They'll probably be the same, to be honest with you. You know, it goes between oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. This can't be real. To okay, this is happening. This is real. You have to deal with it. To why the fuck have you done this? Oh my god, I hate you. To I don't hate you. I love you. Please come. You know, and and I'm not. You know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I say that at the end of streams. I'm just saying it at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this wasn't too miserable. I feel like this was a fairly level-headed way of talking about it. So yeah, who knows what the future will bring? You know, maybe I'll end up deleting this video as well. I don't know. I feel okay putting this one up. You know, I definitely felt bad about the previous ones because there was still that element of like guilt tripping, but I don't. That's not. I don't know if that's not my intention here. If that happens in any way, you know, that's not my intention here. It's just me trying to talk to you guys about, you know, why, you know, I'm still not great with YouTube. I've cut up some of the Twitch stuff to put on YouTube. I did it the other day. I've just got to sit down and actually sort it out because I've just kind of been putting off doing it. It's some Mario 64 runs that I've been doing on stream. A little bit of Vampire Survivor, if you've seen that game. It's really fun. I put some Pokemon Legends up on here. I did a stream where I played a game called Would You Press the Button, which is just like kind of like an ethical question. Like, would you press this button? It would do this, but it would do that. Some of them are fun. Some of the questions are terrible and stupid. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully the next one of these will be... I don't know. Because I wanted to do more of these, to be honest with you, like throughout the whole thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to put this up here. I want to do more of these throughout like the whole last 2 months, but I felt like I kind of, I don't know, in a way like bad doing them. Like I was still, I don't know. Like I was still trying to like, you know, do the guilt stuff, but like I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I am better than I was because I did get through the video without bursting into tears. So that's something. That's something. That's I think I had my cry today, to be fair. I think I had my cry. So maybe I'm okay. Thanks for watching, and I will. I'll see you. You know, if you see me, you'll either see the streams up next, or you'll see me doing another one of these, being like, "I'm sorry, I haven't done this again." Oh, I'm going skiing soon. I forgot to mention that. I'm going skiing soon, and this is a long video. Jesus Christ, it's like 40 minutes long. I only meant this to be like 20 minutes long. Oops, sorry. This is what happens when I start rambling. I'll just kind of go on and on and on. I could talk endlessly about my feelings, like right now. I think I really could, and you know, and I've been pretty like reserved, I would say, in what I've been talking about. So yeah, you know, I could probably talk for like hours about this stuff. There's just so many complex feelings there and stuff. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going skiing for my birthday. I'll be, well, not for my birthday, but I'll be there around my birthday. So that should be fun. I'm going to get some videos and pictures so I can put them up on Insta and here and Twitter and everywhere and stuff. I've been really active on Instagram lately. If you sat through all of this, then well done. But yeah, I've been very active on Instagram lately. So millbeelp on Instagram. Come check it out. I put up videos, little stories. I've been really loving the stories on there because they're kind of like a nice way for me to talk about stuff and then they're gone. So I know they're not hanging around forever. Yeah, so those have been really nice. I've been posting up on there a lot. Probably becoming a proper little Insta guy. Probably more than Twitter, honestly. Don't know why. I don't know. I found a joy with Instagram lately. I doubt, but I honestly couldn't tell you why I'm suddenly into Instagram. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all for another catch-up.